For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that men are without excuse. Ever stop to admire a breathtaking sunset or find yourself mesmerized by a field of wildflowers in full bloom? Those moments of awe can be a bridge to faith. The Bible says creation itself whispers of God's power and artistry. When doubt tries to take hold, take a walk in nature or simply look up at the stars. The intricate design of the world around us can spark a sense of wonder and remind you of the incredible intelligence behind it all. It's a reminder that even though we can't see God directly, his presence is woven into the very fabric of the universe. But if God so clothes the grass of the field, which today is alive and tomorrow is thrown into the oven, will he not much more clothe you, O you of little faith? Look around you at the beauty of nature, the vibrant flowers, the majestic mountains. God cares for even the smallest details of creation. If he can clothe the wildflowers, surely he can take care of his children. This verse reminds us to trust in God's provision, even when doubts about our future or needs arise. My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. This verse reminds us that God is our anchor, the one thing that stays steady even when everything else feels shaky. Even when our bodies get tired and our spirits feel low, God's strength is there to hold us firm. Think of him like a lighthouse in a storm, a constant beacon guiding you through the darkness. Remember, you don't have to weather the storms alone. Call out to him, and he'll be your source of strength and comfort. Immediately Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. "O you of little faith," he said, "why did you doubt?" Picture yourself learning to ride a bike for the first time. You're wobbly, maybe a little scared, but with a helping hand, you start to find your balance. Then a sudden gust of wind or a pebble in the road throws you off course. Doubt creeps in, whispering, maybe you can't do this. That's kind of what happened to Peter. The Bible tells us that even strong faith can waver sometimes. But just like a parent reaches out to steady a wobbly child, Jesus is always there to catch us when we doubt. Don't be afraid to admit your doubts. Talk to God about them. Believe me, he understands, and he'll be there to remind you of his love and give you all the strength you need to keep going. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. We can get lost in our own thoughts and worries, making doubt feel even stronger. But the Bible reminds us to trust in God's wisdom, not just our own. Think of a complex problem at work. Sometimes stepping back and letting a more experienced colleague take the lead helps us see the solution. In the same way, trust that God has a plan, even when it's unclear. Then Jesus told him, "Because you have seen me, have you believed? Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." Ever feel like you need to see it to believe it? This verse flips the script on faith. Jesus tells us true belief isn't just about miracles or physical proof. Think about trusting your best friend. Even when you haven't seen them in a while, faith in God is like that. A deep knowing he's there, even in the darkness, even when uncertainty whispers louder and louder that he isn't. Nurture that trust. Build a relationship with him. Tell him about your feelings, and your faith will grow stronger, and no doubt will ever touch you again. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. It's natural to wonder why things happen the way they do. Sometimes doubt creeps in because we can't understand God's plan. But the Bible tells us God's ways are far beyond our comprehension. Just like a child can't fully grasp the complexities of the adult world, we may not always understand God's reasons. But just like a child trusts their loving parent, we can trust that God's plans are ultimately good. It's all because of love, which coming from God is 1,000 times stronger and more pure than even the best parents on earth.